We're live.
Hey,
We're on
that's
YouTube.
awesome.
Hi guys.
How you doing today?
First ever YouTube live. We're trying something new out, I guess. We've been all over the place today.
Yeah, we
We've
have.
been on Facebook Live. We've been on Instagram Live. Now we're trying YouTube Live. So today Ken is in the Blitsy studios and we're going over all of his new products. How do I flip this back? Let's flip it. I'm going to show you guys. We're filming videos for YouTube. So for this video, you guys are gonna see Ken actually filming live, but it's going to be, this is for YouTube, we'll edit it, but you'll get to watch it live.
Right. It's awesome.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
All right. It's first time ever on YouTube live, so bear with us as we figure it out. I didn't realize it was in landscape, but I guess that makes sense since we're on YouTube. So I'm gonna hit record over here. You guys can help me in the comments as people join to let them know that this is sort of behind the scenes. But all I'm gonna do, and Ken is so good, he does these all in like one take. So it'll be just like you're watching a real video. I will hit record. And then I'm gonna get set up out of your way over here so you guys can see what he's doing. He's gonna be showing us the Color Burst ink pads, the new minis that are coming out with the reinkers, and how many colors there are and how you can use them and all that fun stuff. We also have a giveaway going on. Here is the link, blitsy.me/KOGYT, like Ken Oliver giveaway YouTube. We have Nancy here. All right, guys, we're gonna jump into it. It's recording over there.
All right.
I will let you do your thing. So whenever you're ready.
Yeah, my name is Ken Oliver. Thank you for joining me here on Blitsy. I'm super excited to be able to show you our latest Color Burst ink pads. These are going to blow your mind. The colors are so incredible. You might be familiar with our Color Burst watercolor product. It's powdered watercolor pigments that are incredible to use. I thought it would be so wonderful to bring that same intense color into an ink pad to make it available for stamping and for creating backgrounds in whole new ways. I've got a bunch of swatches made here so you can see how beautiful all of the individual colors are. We have 12 colors now that are the full range, everything you imagine, from tangerine to fuchsia to turquoise. They're just luscious. And the thing that's so amazing about this ink is that it's water reactive. So you can add a lot of dimension and texture into your work just by giving it a little spritz of water, and that reactivates the dye and lets it dissolve and move away and change, and it gives you a really beautiful textured background. So before we get started, I want to show you a few examples of what you can do with the new Color Burst inks, and then I'll show you a few techniques where you can learn with me and watch and do them on your own whenever you get these at home. This is Color Burst ink with stencils. And that color is just so vibrant. In this I use gamboge and tangerine and alizarin crimson. And look at that. That is with gamboge and lime green and turquoise. Here's the background where I made and then stamped on top of it. Very beautiful. Here's just a very nice modeled background. Here's one that's stamped. Again, another stenciled background. And what you're going to love about this is that this ink itself has like almost a velvety finish. It's luscious. It's just deluxe. Here's a very deep background, but I also use some of our liquid sparkle on, and it looks almost like a galaxy. I'll show you a couple of hacks to make watercolor backgrounds very simply and easily using our mini ink pads. And I'll pull out the stencils and show you a few ways to stencil to create beautiful cards like this or beautiful backgrounds. So let's get started. I wanted to also show you that they come in 12 colors. We also have mini ink pads. These come in 4-packs. And we've also bundled the 4-packs of minis with re-inkers. So you can get re-inkers and mini ink pads at the same time. These are 1 by 1 inch cube mini ink pads. They're so handy and easy to use. And if you've ever wanted to try a lot of colors but not wanted to commit to a whole ink pad, these little mini pads are perfect for you because it lets you try it out before you use this big one. If you're used to working on, say, like a kind of a stamped platform or something like that, this is also great for that because they're so compact and easy to use. If you travel, if you go to art retreats or crops, these are great to take along because they're so small. So I'm so excited. I really want to just show you all of the wonderful things you can do with these inks because they're so incredible and so versatile. So to begin with, I'm going to put down a simple background. And I want to use one of our new colors. This is ultramarine blue. And I'm just going to apply this pad to paper because I'm going to get a super, super rich dark background. That is one way to apply a nice background, is just to do it pad to paper. And see how rich and beautiful that is? So if you're making tags or cards, this is a great way to make a background. I'll let that sit over here and dry for a second. Another way to do that, to create this background, would be to use a stencil brush. A stencil brush will let you create a very blended, beautiful background. So I'm going to grab some gamboge. You can see that I've got a little bit of another color on there. I'm okay with that. It's all right. This gamboge is a beautiful, rich, golden yellow. I'm just going to swirl that stencil brush around and it gives you like a really soft, blended look. I think I'll come back on this with a little bit of lime green. Look how perfect that is. It's so light. And I'm going to almost make this like an ombre look by adding some ultramarine blue to it. And again, you just load up your brush with color and swirl it around. See how easily those blend? I'm going to hold it up to the camera so you can see a little bit better, but like it's just almost like it's been airbrushed. So here's the cool little trick. I told you that these are interactive with water. I'm going to spritz these with just a little bit of water. And that's going to give our inked surface like a real mottled effect. The water reactivates the ink. And I'm going to let that sit for just a second. I could hit my heat tool to this and dry a little faster. I could let it air dry, but I really, I want to keep moving, so I'm going to take a little bit of paper towel and just roll over that. And you can see how that water really changed that background. It like almost made it like it's mottled. It lifted some of the color out and gives a really mottled effect. Isn't that beautiful? Now, another way that I love using these inks is to create watercolor backgrounds. Very easy to do. This is the best watercolor hack that you've ever heard of. So what I'm going to do is take some of the minis. I'm going to get some turquoise and some lime green and some chartreuse. I want a little bit of ultramarine blue in there. And you can layer these colors any way that you like. Whenever I layer colors like this, I like to work in analogous color palettes. Analogous means they lay beside each other on the color wheel. So whenever you have like a green, a yellow, and a blue, because they're beside each other on the color wheel, they're going to look very pretty together. So this is my watercolor hack. I'm going to put down some ink on the Best Ever Craft mat. This is chartreuse. Chartreuse is a brilliant, bright green, almost like the color of fresh leaves when they first unfurl in the springtime. Some turquoise. Our turquoise is very rich. It's the color of the Caribbean. When you see our turquoise, I'm not even kidding you, you're gonna wanna dive into it because it's so pretty. Isn't that nice? And I never want the other colors to know this, but turquoise, you're my favorite. And then just to get a little depth in here, I'm gonna put some ultramarine blue. So I think you can see on my work surface here on the Best Ever Craft mat that I have a little bit of color laid out. So watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just mist this lightly with water, and you can see that color bead up. See how that beads up? Now I'm gonna take a tag. You could also use watercolor cardstock for this, or even cardstock for that matter. And I'm just gonna lay that down and basically just print or smoosh a watercolor background. See how pretty that is? And it picks up all of those colors. And as this dries, you'll be able to see like that beautiful velvety finish that it has. Aren't those beautiful? So we could let those dry. Those would be beautiful backgrounds if you're doing a mermaid themed tag or a mermaid themed card. They're perfect for that. I'm gonna clean up my work area a little bit. And I want to show you another watercolor hack that you can do with our ink pads. You can actually create an ombre wash. Easiest way there is to do a watercolor wash. You take your color burst ink pads and apply pad to surface just like that. And I'm going to layer these colors with just a little bit of space in between them. And you could do this on cardstock or watercolor paper. Beautiful, right? Even like that, I love it because it looks like it's nice striped design. But I'm going to grab a wet watercolor brush and just wash that color. And you can see that ink react with the water. You can see like as you blend into the next color, it starts to blend all by itself. And you can see that I am not really making a lot of fuss with this. I'm just washing the surface of my cardstock that's already got ink on it with water. I'm gonna pick up a little more water and just continue to wash that like so. This is the best watercolor hack there is. Easy way to make a beautiful watercolor wash. I can put a little bit of that blue up in this yellow. Move some around like that. Beautiful. Easy way to make a watercolor wash. And the last little technique I'm going to show you is stenciling. You can create beautiful looks with stencils on top of these backgrounds. Isn't that nice? The texture of this is almost velvety, and for a tag or for a card or for mixed media, this is perfect. You're going to love it when you get these. They're so beautiful. And I think I'm going to use one of my watercolor hacks from before. This is a watercolor wash that I did with fuchsia, tangerine, and gamboge. And we've got a stencil here already ready. This is a stencil from the Crafter's Workshop. I'm just going to position that. I like this because there's a rose on it. And I want to grab some colors that will be beautiful on this, like fuchsia. And I'm working on the Best Ever Craft mat. So whenever I work on the best ever craft mat with my inks, my ink pad doesn't move around. Watch, see, like picking up color like this. If you were trying to pick up color with your ink pad just sitting on your craft table, do you see how that just moves all around? Since the best ever craft mat is non-skid, that ink pad will stay put when you're picking up color. And then with the stencil brush, I'm just going to stencil around on top of the stencil. You'll notice that this stencil brush gets inside all of the details and all of the nooks and crannies of the stencil. It's because it has a tapered point. Just rolling that around in a circle really lets you get inside all those tiny little details. Next, I want to grab a little bit of, and I'm using the same brush, it's in the same color family. Grabbing some alizarin crimson. And I think that Tangerine would be upset if we didn't include her. And then to give us some highlights, I'm going to use some gamboge just to pull in some really beautiful yellow gold. It will really accent the stencil. Lift my stencil off and you see a beautiful stencil design. Isn't that nice? So thanks for joining me today on Blitsy's YouTube channel. I hope you really enjoy the Colorburst inks. They're so much fun to use. I know you're gonna love them.
Good job, Ken.
Thanks.
Wasn't that fun, guys? Got to see.
I love these inks so much.
They are beautiful. The stenciling never gets old to me. I love seeing that. If you guys want to see that a little more up close. So if you tuned in late, we were showing you behind the scenes of the video that he was shooting that you'll see on our YouTube channel soon.
Look at this one. I put gold foil on it.
Oh, cool. How did you do that?
With actually I put down I stenciled a design, and I stenciled it with burnt umber, which is kind of a brown color, which I didn't like very much. So I thought, oh, this needs some help. So I colored around on the design with an adhesive pen, and then let it dry, and then just took deco foil and laid it down on top and just rubbed it on, and it just turned out beautifully.
Love.
Here's another one with deco foil.
Awesome.
Aren't those pretty? You are gonna love these Colorburst inks so much. You're not even gonna believe everything you can do. And look at this stencil piece.
That's so vibrant. It almost looked like it had foiling on it, but it doesn't. That's just the ink.
That's just the liquid watercolor.
Which we did an Instagram live and a Facebook live today. You can see the liquid watercolors. We filmed a video too that will be coming to YouTube soon.
This has got liquid sparkle.
I'm going to show the giveaway again really quick. Blitsy.
Oh my God.
All right, I think we reconnected.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, it looks like it's getting spotty, so I'm gonna end this. But thanks for hanging out with us for the behind the scenes. Ken, thanks for the video.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys soon. I don't know how to end this because I've never done a YouTube video. Bear with me, guys. Just look at the prettiness. All right, see you guys later. Bye.